show recorded already, and I go and do that, then it's really gonna mess up your show. Your show's gonna be pretty, you know, maybe between a 3K and a 4K, you'll probably get the positions, you'll probably get the CMY right, but there'll be a lot of attributes that won't be right when you run the show. So we have this tool called the Fixture Type Exchange, and what that allows you to do is you can say, what I want to do is I want to change all my 3K spots, and I want to change them to, where are we? I want to change all of them to 4K spots. I can say all channels, or I can give it a channel range. Then you can go in and you can adjust the mapping. So you can say, okay, focus, yep. It tries its best to try and match them up as best it can. But you'll see in there strobe, oh yeah, it got strobe. So it did a pretty good job of matching the attributes. And you can also go in and map gobos. You can say, right, that gobo is the closest match to that one. And then when you're done, you can basically say exchange fixture, and it will go and redo the patch, but it will also go through every single queue, every single group, every single palette, and make all the necessary remapping to make that exchange happen. So it's quite a useful tool, that one there. I always say to people, make sure you back up your show before you do it though. So fixture type exchange, that's really useful. Swap and move fixtures are exactly what they say. So by the way, from the command line, you can also do, so if I type in channel 10 and I press the copy key on the console, I'll get copy from, move to, or swap with. So you can do all of those three operations in patch as well. Edit dimmer profiles. This is so I mentioned how you can change the profile on the not that one, on the intensity profile for a patch channel. You can also go in, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you can go and set a profile on a specific dimmer or a specific output if you want to as well. So we can go and do that.
Martin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
The show, right? It needs to swap the moving head. Maybe
Yes.
it's from somewhere else, right? Maybe not in our family. So
sure.
what should we do for this in case of the mode of DMX mode are not the same?
Yes, absolutely. So that same tool, that fixture type exchange, can do the same thing. So if I'm changing from a VL 3K spot, I could go and choose a yeah, I can literally choose anything I want in here. I'm trying to think of a Komar, I don't know. Let's say one of the it's a bit of an odd fixture to choose, but absolutely you can go in and you can do all the same mapping. So for example, there is no rotating gobo 3 on this fixture, on the fixture I'm going to, so it's not going to do anything with that data. But it doesn't have to be in our family of fixtures. You can absolutely do the fixture exchange with any brand of fixture you want. And the source doesn't need to be one of our fixtures either. So if it was a Mac 2K and I want to change it to a VL 4K or a 2600 or something, you can, the source and the destination, it doesn't care what the brand is. That
I'm just worried that about the fixture that they have the attribute, right? Not same or less than, right?
Yeah, well, so if it's less, then there's not a lot the software can do about that. So it will end up just ignoring. So in the case of this, so for example, rotating, say the fixture I'm swapping from has 3 gobo wheels and the fixture I'm going to only has 2 gobo wheels, then anything I've recorded that uses that 3rd gobo wheel is not going to do something, not going to do anything on the new fixture. Because it can't.
That's they can do, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's a limit of what it can.
Okay.
What we don't allow, and this might be maybe something that we need to look at doing in the future, is the ability to substitute a gobo on, say, wheel 3 with a gobo on, say, wheel 2 or something like that. But at the moment, we don't do that. So, yeah. Anything else on that before I move on? Yeah.
There is another question about the attribute from the Neo console. Before that, for ML500, right? In terms of the, if you use the same family, you don't have to waste any DMX. Am I right? But it just free up. It just free for the attribute to control the moving head. Am I correct?
Is it,
I refer to the, let's say, the 500 ml, right? In terms of if you use the valley line or you use the shoreline or something, for the attribute to control the moving head is free.
Yes.
Can I say?
Yes. Oh, yes, the Advantage DMX. Yes. Is that what you're talking about? No.
Same scenario with the Neo.
It is the same library, if that's what you're asking. So it's
no, because as I know, right, it means that they is normally to control the moving head, right? So it's depend on the universe of the GMX, right? That you have to send to control. But if you use the 500 ml with the Signify family lighting fixture, so you don't have to pay for the DMX because it is
correct. That uses what? Yes, we call that Advantage DMX.
Ah.
Okay. So what that? Yes, you're absolutely right. So any Signify fixture does not use up your authorization count.
Ah.
So if you are authorized for one universe, but you have a whole heap of VL2600s, then that won't use up your one. You still have a one universe to play with.
Yeah. I think that is very useful, right? That we can we can use the DMX the rest to control the third party smoke machine like that, something.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So the other options are here are just utility functions: exporting, importing, printing, various display options, reset grid layout, all of those sorts of things, because you can do stuff like move columns around. So you might want to reset that back to its default state. The edit button here, edit the fixture library, edit profiles, so we can go in and we can actually edit the paths of any of the profiles in the software. Edit matrices, well, we'll come back to that if we need to. Turning on and off visible columns, it's fairly self-explanatory. The RDM button, this is where we get access to RDM functionality. So I think I can demonstrate this. Oh, hang on a second. Yes, just give me 1 second while I plug something in. And okay, so select net and say find all. Takes a little while to get all the information it needs. This just happens to be an RDM device that I've got plugged in. So this allows me to actually see RDM devices, patch them, identify them. And what's new in the next version that's coming soon is we also now support sensor data. So you can actually retrieve sensor information, temperature, that sort of stuff from RDM fixtures in there, change their personality. We've actually done something really cool with the new compact, with the Compact 10, the little fella, in that if I turn on RDM and I've got a whole heap of RDM fixtures, if I actually just go into the patch and I change the address in the patch, then it will automatically go out and RDM that fixture and update its output, its address. Likewise, if I change its mode, so if I go in and change it from mode 1 to mode 2 in the patch, it will automatically go and make that change over RDM on the fixture in there. So so we've done a little bit of work with RDM on the new console as well. So, all right, so we need to move on. I'm aware of time. We've